Welcome back to Learn English Anyways. Do you ever feel like you have all the English words in your head, but when it's time to speak, you just freeze? You know exactly what you want to say, but that fear of making a mistake or being judged holds you back. It's like there's an invisible wall between your thoughts and your voice.
That feeling is incredibly common, and honestly, it's a huge struggle for shy learners. But what if we told you that you could start building real speaking confidence right now in this very video without talking to a single person? What if you could start training your mouth, your ears, and your brain to finally work together, all from the comfort of your own home?
Today, we're sharing our absolute favorite method for our shy students. A simple shadowing technique you can do completely on your own. We'll break down how it works, why it's so powerful, and we'll even do the first session with you, right here and now. Hi everyone, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Adam. Welcome to East English. Let's jump right in.
Before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Why is speaking so incredibly hard when you're shy? It's not because you don't know enough English. So many of our students are brilliant. They can read complex articles, understand movies, and write beautiful emails. But speaking is a totally different beast. It's a performance. And for anyone who's naturally reserved, that performance can feel terrifying.
Exactly. It's the fear of being judged, the fear of pausing for too long and seeing the other person get impatient. You worry your accent is too strong or that you'll grab the wrong word. All these fears create this immense mental pressure. And so what happens? You avoid speaking. You stay quiet in groups. You rehearse sentences over and over in your head, but never actually say them out loud. It's a vicious cycle. You don't speak because you're scared, and because you don't speak, you never get the practice you need to feel less scared.
It's such a frustrating place to be. You feel stuck. You might even start telling yourself that you're just bad at English, which is absolutely not true. What you need is a bridge, a safe way to get from that passive knowledge stored in your head to active, confident speaking. You need a method that removes the audience, takes away the pressure, and just lets you practice the physical act of talking.
And that's exactly what we're giving you today. A way to practice speaking that's private, low stress, and surprisingly effective. It's a method that lets you build that muscle memory and confidence on your own terms. Because really, the first step to speaking confidently with others is learning how to speak comfortably with yourself. This technique is called shadowing, and it might just become your new best friend on your fluency journey.
So, what in the world is shadowing? Let's make it super simple. Shadowing just means listening to a short piece of English and repeating it out loud, at the same time, almost like an echo. Think of it like singing along to your favorite song, but for spoken words. You're not waiting for the speaker to finish. You are literally speaking along with them, becoming their shadow.
The technique itself is almost too simple, which makes some people think, how can that possibly work? But trust us, it does. The magic of shadowing is what it forces your brain and your mouth to do. When you just listen, your brain is passive. But when you shadow, you force your brain, your ears, and your mouth to all sync up in real time. It's a full-body workout for your language skills.
Let's break down why this is the perfect starting point for shy learners. First, and most importantly, you can practice completely alone. No one is there to judge you, rush you, or make you feel self-conscious. You're just borrowing someone else's words for a little while. This completely removes the biggest barrier, that fear of social judgment. You get to rehearse real speech patterns, so when you eventually do talk to people, you feel way more prepared.
Second, it builds physical muscle memory. Speaking is physical. Your tongue, lips, and jaw have to learn new moves to make English sounds that might not exist in your native language. Shadowing is like taking your mouth to the gym. By copying native speakers, you're physically training your muscles to produce English sounds, rhythm, and intonation more naturally and automatically.
And third, it tunes your ear to the music of English. English is a stress-timed language, meaning some syllables are long and strong, while others are short and weak. This is what gives the language its natural rhythm, its melody. You can't learn this from a textbook. By shadowing, you're forced to copy that rhythm and intonation. Over time, you internalize it, and your own speech starts to sound so much more natural.
So, to put it all together, shadowing improves your pronunciation by making your mouth copy new sounds. It sharpens your listening skills because you have to listen intently to keep up. It boosts your fluency because you're speaking without all the usual pauses for thinking. And most importantly for today, speaking out loud regularly, even just to yourself, lowers your anxiety and builds the confidence you need to finally take that next step.
Okay, so you get what shadowing is and why it's so great. Now, how do you actually do it? We've worked out a simple, shy-friendly routine that only takes about 10 or 15 minutes a day. We're going to break it down into 5 easy steps, and then we'll do a practice run together.
Step 1. Choose a short, clear audio clip. And we mean short, like 1 or 2 sentences to start. The speaker should have a clear voice and a manageable speed. You can grab a clip from a learner podcast, a news report, a line from a show on Netflix, or even a video like this one. Just try to use material you find interesting so it doesn't feel like a chore.
Step 2. Just listen. Play the clip at least 2 times without saying anything. The goal here is just to get the gist of it, understand the main meaning, and feel the speaker's rhythm and tone. Don't stress about catching every single word. If there's a transcript, you can read along, which is a huge help, but it's not essential.
Step 3. Shadow the audio. All right, time to talk. Play the clip again, and this time, speak along with the speaker. Try to start and finish at the same time. Remember, you're not repeating after them. You're speaking with them. Your main goal here isn't perfect pronunciation. It's to match the rhythm, the stress, and the intonation, the music. Don't worry if you stumble or fall behind. Just keep trying.
Step 4. Repeat and record. This is where you really start to see progress. Do it again. Shadow the same short clip 3 to 5 times. Repetition is what builds that muscle memory. After a few tries, once you're feeling a bit more comfortable, try recording yourself on your phone. You don't have to share it with a soul. This is just for you.
And finally, step 5. Compare and progress. Listen to the original audio, and then listen to your own recording. What do you notice? Maybe your rhythm is getting closer. Maybe you're linking words together more smoothly. This isn't about judging yourself. It's about being your own coach and actually noticing your progress. As you get better, you can gradually try longer and faster audio clips.
A couple of extra tips to make this even easier for shy learners. First, use headphones. This helps you tune out distractions and really focus on the speaker's voice. And find a private space where you won't be disturbed or feel self-conscious. Your car, your bedroom, Wherever you feel comfortable. The goal is to lower your anxiety as much as humanly possible.
If the native speed feels way too fast at first, that is completely normal. Just use the playback settings on YouTube or your podcast app to slow the audio down to 0.75x. Start there. As you get more confident, you can bump it back up to normal speed. And please, let go of perfectionism. You are supposed to make mistakes. This is a messy process. Shadowing is about building the physical skill first. The perfect accuracy will come later.
All right, enough talk. Theory is one thing, but practice is what makes the difference. Let's do one together right now. We're going to lead you through a short, guided session. We've got a few short lines ready. You'll see the words on the screen. We'll say each line, then we'll guide you to shadow it with us. Remember the steps. Listen first, then speak along with us. Don't worry about perfection. Just give it a try.
We'll start with something super short and slow to warm up. For this first block, I'll say a line, then Jessica will. Listen to each line twice. Then, we'll say it again, and you'll shadow with us. Go ahead and speak out loud, even if it's just a whisper. Ready? Let's go. Listen to this first line. Hello, welcome to our practice. Again. Hello, welcome to our practice.
Now, let's all say it together. Shadow with us. Ready? Hello, welcome to our practice. Excellent. All right, my turn. Listen closely. Take a deep breath. Relax. One more time. Take a deep breath. Relax.
Okay, let's shadow Jessica together. Nice and easy. Take a deep breath. Relax. Great job. You are literally speaking English right now.
How did that feel? A little weird, maybe? Totally normal. Let's move to our second block. These sentences are a bit longer, but the process is exactly the same. Listen twice, then shadow with us. We'll repeat the shadow a few times.
Here's the first one. Just listen. Every day I practice for 10 minutes.
Listen again, and really focus on the rhythm. Every day I practice for 10 minutes.
Now, let's shadow Adam together. Try to match his flow. Every day I practice for 10 minutes.
Let's do it one more time. Join in. Every day I practice for 10 minutes.
Fantastic! Here is the next line. Just listen. I don't worry about being perfect. Listen again. Feel the melody of the sentence. I don't worry about being perfect.
Okay, let's shadow Jessica. Ready? I don't worry about being perfect.
Again, with a little more confidence this time. I don't worry about being perfect.
See? You did it. You just practice speaking English. The first step is always the hardest and you've already taken it. If you're feeling brave, this is a great time to pause the video, try recording yourself saying those sentences, and just listen back privately.
Now, for our final practice block, we're going to focus on the real music of the language, the rhythm and how words connect. In natural spoken English, words just melt into each other. Don't focus on every individual word. Try to copy the overall tune of the sentence.
Listen to this line. I want to sound natural when I speak. Listen again. Notice how want to sounds more like wanna? I want to sound natural when I speak.
Let's shadow that together. Copy the music. I want to sound natural when I speak.
One more time. Let the words flow. I want to sound natural when I speak.
Last one. Listen closely. Words often link together in spoken English. Again, hear these links. Words often link together in spoken English.
Let's give it a shot. Shadow with us. Ready? Words often link together in spoken English.
And again, words often link together in spoken English.
Wonderful. That's it. That was a full shadowing session. You listened, you focused on the rhythm, and you spoke out loud. That is the core of this whole method. It wasn't a conversation, there was zero pressure, but it was powerful speaking practice.
You've taken the first step, and honestly, that's the most important one. So, what's next? How do you turn this one-time practice into a real habit that builds lasting confidence? The answer is consistency. Try this for just 5 or 10 minutes every single day. Small daily steps will always beat one long, stressful session once a week.
You've taken the first step, and honestly, that's the most important one. So, what's next? How do you turn this one-time practice into a real habit that builds lasting confidence? The answer is consistency. Try this for just 5 or 10 minutes every single day. Small, daily steps will always beat one long, stressful session once a week.
In week 2, maybe bump your time up to 10 to 15 minutes. Start using slightly longer sentences and really pay attention to how words link together, just like in our last practice round.
For week 3, challenge yourself a little bit. Try shadowing audio that's at a more natural, slightly faster speed. Really focus on matching the intonation, the ups and downs. You could even try something called on-the-go shadowing, where you listen to a podcast while you're walking and just silently move your mouth to the words.
And in week 4, you can start mixing it all together. Do some focused shadowing on tricky sentences and some on-the-go shadowing for general practice. By now, if you compare a new recording to your first one, you should really start to hear a difference in your rhythm and flow.
Of course, you might hit a few bumps in the road. If you keep falling behind, just slow the playback speed down. No shame in that game. If you feel super self-conscious even when you're alone, just pretend your phone's voice recorder is your practice buddy. And if a sentence is just too long, break it into smaller chunks. Shadow each piece before you put it all back together.
The journey from being a silent learner to a confident speaker is a marathon, not a sprint. But this method gives you a clear path to run on. You now have a tool you can use anytime, anywhere, to actively build your speaking skills without the anxiety.
If you found this guided practice helpful and want more tools like this, now would be a great time to subscribe to our channel, East English. We put out practical, encouraging videos just like this one every week.
And as your very next step, we highly recommend you check out our video, 10 short audio clips perfect for shadowing. We designed it to be your practice library for the next week, so you can start building that new shadowing habit today.
We have covered a lot. We talked about why being shy is such a huge hurdle. We introduced you to the powerful technique of shadowing, and most importantly, we actually did it together. You spoke English today. You took action.
Remember, the goal of shadowing isn't to become a perfect copy. It's to build the physical skill and the mental confidence to let your own voice out. Focus on the rhythm and on just communicating. The accuracy will come with time and practice. And please, celebrate the small wins. Finishing a 5-minute session, nailing a tricky phrase, or just feeling a tiny bit less nervous than yesterday.
You have everything you need to start. You don't need a partner. You don't need to travel. You just need your phone, 5 minutes, and the courage to begin. So let's end with one final shadowing send-off. Listen twice, then shadow with us one last time. The line is, "You can do this. Start small, stay consistent." Now, all together. You can do this. Start small, stay consistent.
And our line is, your voice matters. Let it be heard.
Again, your voice matters. Let it be heard.
Let's say it with meaning. Your voice matters. Let it be heard. Shadow today.
Speak tomorrow. Thanks for practicing with us. We'll see you next time on East English.